Viewpoint, a show sponsored by the Staten Island Civic Organization. I'm Camille Zarella, your host and co-host. Dr. Eisenberg.
How you doing, Camille?
How are you? And we are on location today. This is very exciting.
That's right.
So in December, with that holiday cheer and sentiment that you have to give back to the community, we're here at the church. We've been 20 years.
That's right.
It's the AME Zion Church with Reverend Smith at the helm.
Right.
And we've been doing this for 20 years today. I was going to get the balloons, but you rushed me.
That's right.
Okay, that said 2-0 to celebrate our 20th annual Toy Cone Clothing Drive.
The idea that there are some children that will not be receiving a toy during the holidays, or people that don't have warm clothing to wear, is something that we decided that we can't just sit back and we have to do something about it. So we've been doing this clothing and toy drive for the needy for 20 years now. It's down on civic organization that's joined with the Richmond Masonic Association. That's the organization that governs the Masonic organization. Masonic lodges on Staten Island. Masonry is the oldest and largest fraternal organization in the world, very charitable, and so we've worked together for 20 years now to help the needy of Staten Island.
Yeah, this is a very exciting time because every year, and actually when we were in the Advance, we had an old friend who obviously has passed away since then, Gasper, who was with us every single year. And it's a nice time. We all get together again and we see each other and wish each other holiday cheer, and we do something very purposeful for the community. And the point is, when we do it, our Toy Cone Clothing Drive, everything is donated to the needy of Staten Island. And that was one of the reasons why we actually started this whole thing. And we have a bunch of volunteers. Hi, this is one of our longtime volunteers, Jennifer, and she's going to say a few words about the sentiments of the season.
Actually, I'm filling in, and with Brooks Farrisbow Insurance. It's a drop-off spot on Forest Avenue, and we have a whole carload full of stuff. Lots and lots of clothing for the holiday season, and for, it's cold out there. We need to warm up and have something nice or warm to wear.
Thank you so much.
Brooke Farrisbow has been one of our drop-off sites for many years. William Bowe, who's the head of it, has been an active member of the Masons, and he's always been very supportive. These people have businesses to run, they have things to do, and yet they open up their doors to serve as drop-off sites for us, and we really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you again.
Thank you.
Thanks for filling in for him.
Oh,
but it's
no
always
problem.
nice to see you as well.
Yes, nice to see
And you
you.
have a happy holiday season.
Oh,
And we're
definitely.
gonna unload soon, so we'll be able to get some of that also and show everybody all of the donations. And we want to thank again all the businesses and all the constituents of Staten Island for donating, going into their closets. Some of the things are brand new. They go out shopping, so we thank them very much for their holiday cheer.
Another volunteer to help us out, Anthony Distortion. He is an active member of the Masons. He's a master of Huguenot Lodge, one of the Masonic Lodge on Staten Island, and is in the process of getting a promotion to be the staff officer, a very high-level officer in Masons.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you.
And with that busy schedule, we want to thank you again for coming out and helping us and getting all the donations, and then coming out to volunteer today, because we know it's a busy time of the year.
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, it's just great. I mean, just to see these, to put a smile on a kid's face is what it's all about. You feel it over here when you see them smile.
There is an intrinsic value that one gets for volunteering. We've always said that with the Staten Island Civic, which always supports our motto, collectively we make all the difference, which is one of the reasons why we joined with the Masons, because it became bigger and better. When you're joining in forces with organizations that, really have an altruistic mission. Mm-hmm. And you guys, you donate a lot of money nationwide. How much a year?
About $1.5 million a day.
A day?
A day. Yeah.
That's a lot of
A day.
money.
Throughout the United States, throughout the world, $1.5 million a day, yeah.
That's wonderful.
Like people see the Shriner Hospitals, that's part of the Masons, the 12 seated with Jerry's kids. They actually raised money for Jerry's kids before Jerry Lewis did. We have these charitable organizations that are part of the Masonic fraternity.
Wonderful.
What are some of the activities you've seen during this
We give a boat ride once a year in July for the disabled, mentally handicapped, physically handicapped. We go out onto the ferry. We usually have about 2,500 children. They come in wheelchairs, they come on gurneys, they walk. We give them food, we play games, we give them music, we give them prizes, and they smile. We usually do a Christmas party for the underprivileged children. Again, usually get 50 to 60 kids, same thing. Food, game, prizes, and they all get gifts. They all get multiple gifts, 2, 3, 4 gifts each. And again, all they do is smile. I mean, and that makes you feel good over here.
Our next volunteer is Steve Pora, a member of Huguenot Lodge of Masons on Staten Island. Thank you for being with us today.
You're welcome.
Now, the
My pleasure.
Masons are one of the most charitable organizations in the world. Tell us a little bit about your experience in the Masonic fraternity.
Well, I tell you, I only have one family member. I have one brother left, and came to the brotherhood. And now we have about 300 or 400 brothers, which is it's a wonderful thing. We all get together, we all break bread together, and we do a lot of fundraising and a lot of activities within our lodge and other lodges. It's a great thing. If you don't have a lot of family members,
Well, that's wonderful,
get
actually.
a great bunch of guys and a great new family.
That's one of the really interesting things about the Masonic fraternity. You can travel around the world, wherever you go, there are Masonic lodges, and you visit, you're taken like a long lost brother. So certainly on Staten Island, with people that you know, it's great. When you travel around, being in Masonic lodges, it's like a lodge family. It's a beautiful thing about it.
It certainly is.
Wonderful. And we want to thank you again for volunteering
You're welcome.
for the drop-offs. We're very excited about today. We always are. This is our once-a-year Toy Cone Clothing Drive. And as I said earlier, it's our 20th. So we were thrilled as the civic organization, Staten Island Civic, to coordinate this and join forces with the Masons because it's become bigger and better. And we too have a larger group of
Yeah,
brothers and
that's-
sisters
that's
that we can
great.
share with.
That's
So
great.
you're,
We're happy to help.
I understand exactly what you're speaking about. And it's sad too because as you get older, you know, you do lose family members and the immediate family gets smaller and smaller. So it's nice to have that extended family. Without a doubt. And actually, Bruce was the one that introduced me to the Masons many years ago. So that was not only to the television show that we're doing today, but also the Masons.
You know, what it comes down to is that when there's a need, we have to meet that need. And so a number of years ago, I decided that, you know what, we should be able to help people in another way. So for instance, my kids outgrow toys. Why throw them out when someone else can use it? We outgrow clothing, and you know, why throw it away? There are other people that can use it. So we decided we were going to do something about it. So I approached Camille with the Staten Island Civic Organization. I said, hey, I have an idea for a clothing and toy drive. Now there's some people, and you come with an idea, it's not, we say jump, it's a matter of how high. There's an idea, let's work on it, let's act on it. So I
Right.
started doing it, and I started doing it with the Masons also, then we merged it so we can double our efforts to help more people.
It's wonderful.
Our next guest is Henry Rao. He is the senior warden of Staten Island Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons. Henry, thank you for being with us today.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Now, people may not know it, but Camille and I are standing on steps in order to be able
Yes,
to get
we
next to
are,
him.
because he's tall to begin with, and I really felt like a shrimp next to him. So we have to equal the playing field here a little bit, equal the playing field. So tell us a little bit about the donations that we received and
About your work in masonry and some of the charity work that you've seen.
Well, we do a lot of charity work supporting the community. We do toy drives, clothing drives. We take 5,000 developmentally disabled people out on the ferry every year for a party, music, food.
God's special children, right?
Yes, sir.
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
You
It's,
know,
it's
that-
very rewarding. We take our kids out and they see how fortunate they are, doing that stuff. So yeah.
It's nice when you can do something like that and see, put a smile on somebody's face and just celebrate life.
Absolutely.
That's a wonderful thing,
Absolutely.
and that's what it's all about.
Yep.
All the good things.
Masons
Right.
are also involved with doing medical research up in Utica. There's a research lab. And really, when you help other people, you have a greater appreciation for the gifts that you have. And you see the gifts in people, even with their disabilities, that they're still God's children. And we have to give them special time to help them wherever we can give them.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, we thank you again for coming out.
It's my
We
pleasure.
always like seeing you. This is a time when we renew old friendships, and catch up. And it's so nice. We always look forward to this particular day of the year.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks again for coming out.
Thanks for
And you
having
have
me.
a nice holiday.
All right, you
For
too.
sure. Take some time for your family, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, great.
And we're here wrapping up at the church with Reverend Smith. Reverend Smith, every year we get to see you. It's so exciting because we get to see all of your your support team, the constituents that come to the church, the parishioners. It's just wonderful to see everybody here on an annual basis. And we thank you for all of your work that you do in the community.
Well, I really want to take this opportunity to really thank you, all of you, those who are present and those who are absent, for the gifts, for the toys, for the gift. It gives opportunity for our community to see that there are other people here and that Christmas can be an opportunity of sharing new things. And so I want to thank you as always, and I want to continue to invite you back and share it each year. God bless you.
One of the really nice things is beyond any religious barriers. Camille's Catholic, I'm Protestant, I'm Jewish. But we know that people are people. When there's need, we have to reach out and help other people. This is what God wants of us, and this is our way of reaching out this time of year. And so while we collect all these things, the Reverend's one that distributes it to make it all possible.
You know, you're right, Bruce. We have to remember the spiritualness of the holiday. That's what it's all about. It's giving. It's all giving. And we're thrilled to be here because, as Bruce mentioned, we're all of different religious backgrounds, but yet we come together for a common cause. Once again, supporting the civics organization's motto, collectively we make all the difference. And we're thrilled to be here every year. It's wonderful, and it really kicks off the holiday season in the best way possible.
Yes. We thank all of you for joining us and for supporting us, and stay healthy.
And Reverend Smith, would you like to say anything else? Parting words?
I just want to say to you to continue doing what you're doing, because you are making a real difference in the lives of other people. God bless each of you, and thank you very much.
Thank you. And have a wonderful, peaceful, joyous holiday season. And we'll see you in the new year.
I'm Dr. Bruce Eisenberg. I am chairman of the annual Clothing and Toy Drive of the Richmond Masonic Association and Staten Island Civic Organization.
Camille Zarelli, Staten Island Civic Organization and Staten Island Viewpoint. Your name?
Sonia Connor, member of Charlotte AME Zion Church.
I'm Reverend Eli D. Smith, the senior pastor of Charlotte Zion Church, and I thank you.
I'm Jennifer Rizzi, and I'm with Brooks, Farris & Bell Insurance Agency.
I'm Anthony Scatorcia. I'm the master of Huguenot Lodge from 381 in Tonville.
Steve Pecora, Huguenot Lodge 31 out Tonville.
Glenn Conwell at Great Kills, number 912.
Henry Ralph, Staten Island Lodge, number 66.
Wish you ready? Happy holidays.